Hello, the internet. How is everybody this Saturday evening? Oh my god, I know what I forgot to do before I started. I was literally about to do an Instagram post and I started this video because I was like, I'm so on time. And then I'm not. So I'm going to do that right now. Here's the meta moment too now. So, um hello, the internet. I am about to go live, or I am currently actually live on my YouTube channel. I'm just doing a little Saturday Night Live stream if anybody wants to come and hang out and chit-chat and whatever. I'm over here for, it's 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm going to be here for probably the next, 45 minutes or so. So, come on over and chat. As you can tell, I still have a little bit of a cough, so I apologize for this, the weird airiness of my voice. Also, I know it's hot everywhere, but there is the air conditioning in this apartment is definitely, this unit is past its prime, and it's dark outside right now, and I understand that it's still 86 degrees. Is that what it says over there? But it is also 80 degrees inside of the apartment. And I'm like, that's stupid. So I'm a little sweaty, and I apologize for that. Let me just finish posting this link right here, and then I can engage in here. Erica, I saw that you're in here. And Trey, I see you're watching Only Murders in the Building. I did not realize season 3 had even started. And I have I realized it right before I got on the plane to come back from California. And I was like, oh, I love this show. I have got to watch it right away. So, okay, let's make sure this posts appropriately. I am drinking a beer this evening, a surprise from my friend Lindsay. Lindsay out there, if you happen to pop in here, you sent me 2 beers from Treehouse that I don't think I've had either of them. So this one is called Velvet. Velvet is an American double IPA crafted with a proprietary yeast developed in the winter of 2023. Winter of 2023? We're not even in the winter of 2023. I'm assuming that means the beginning of this year. Through each successive fermentation, we continue to adapt, hone our process, and push the boundaries of hoppy beer. Velvet is constructed to be a vehicle for intense hop biotransformation and lupulin expression in a wholly different but equally satisfying way as our iconic house yeast. Our hop regimen begins with a hand-selected blend of American hops, forming a familiar foundation on top of which our brewers blended some of our favorite new varieties. Peacherine, Pink, and Nectaron blend seamlessly into a bright display of tropical delights. These stunning varieties represent the next chapter in fruit-forward aromatics, magnifying their appeal through our yeast transformative qualities. The copy on this can is insane. Pouring a stunning liquid gold, here it is, stunning liquid gold into your glass. Velvet Purvey's. Wow. Purvey's. You know, once in 8th grade, I remember, you ever run up onto a word reading it and you're like, to-hey, to-he, the. That happened to me once with the word most. I was like, most? And they were like, most? I'm like, I've never lived it down. The year was 1998, and here we are. Pouring a stunning liquid gold in your glass. Velvet Purvey's vibrant and expressive notes of mixed tropical fruit, fuzzy summer peaches, and citrus gummies. Enjoy. Okay. I think I also drank a corgi hair, but that's fine. Yeah, no, this is delicious. Look, I even used my official Treehouse glass in here. Not sponsored, but if a beer company ever wants to get into that business, give me a call. Anyway, what was I going to say? So I saw some comments in here. Love the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party video that we did for work. Yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. We were drenched and dying by the end of the night from just sweat. But that's the first video that we've done kind of in that fun long form thing in I don't know how long. And I think I watched the first 15 minutes of it back, just going through the comments while I was walking the dogs before I was getting ready to do this, and I was just like, Craig does such a good job. His editing and the way he filmed it and everything, it just flows so well. That is such a talent. And so it really doesn't have anything to do with the rest of us that are on the camera. That's all in that post-production thing. And he is top notch. And it's like a funny video. And my whole thing is I always feel like I want people to feel what it's like to be there, because, like I'm clearly very emotional, but I'm also like very sensitive to like, that's like environments and vibes and things like that. And so I feel like that's a big communicative, like that's something that I really think is important to bring along, through videos and stuff like that, so people can know like what's the vibe, what's our vibe. Oh, Sam, thank you. Sam bought me a beer. I really appreciate that. Okay, we've got to talk. Since I've done my last live stream, the last 2 live streams I saw, one of those has like 40,000 views on it. Okay, that's insane. And I know it was because of drama and everything like that. But then the next one has like 20,000 views on it. And so like so I left for Disneyland like Wednesday at like 7 a.m. Last week. So I was gone for 8 days, and then I came back. Obviously, it's immediately going to the Halloween party and had jet lag. So I basically woke up and then went to the Halloween party. And then today. And so I just need to say to all of you, I say this as I can see another corgi here has fallen into my drink. Thank you so much. A lot of you said some really, really kind words, especially when, like, the internet, like, it's just, like, it's a whole mess. It's a whole thing. And I just want to say, like, I tried not to open my email or look at social media stuff too much and things. And I opened the Patreon that I started, the personal Patreon, which was, again, like a way for me to like do like these fun contests. And now, with everything that happened with work, part of my salary is paid through my Patreon, and it took a big hit, obviously. So people coming in for the rescue in there, I was like, my mouth was agape. I was aghast. You are all way too generous with your time, your comments, your money, all that stuff. It is very emotional. I saw a lot of support on the coffee site as well. I do have to mail out a painting because somebody bought the Michelangelo painting, and I just really wanted to take a moment before we got too far in here to say just like thank you so much. Whether it's support just through a message, like sometimes I see the messages and I can't do anything other than heart them or try and respond, and sometimes some of them get sent into another folder that I then have to like go through, and I'm sorry that it's like forever, but I just want you to know it's not effort wasted. You are an incredibly kind and supportive bunch of people, and I feel blessed to honestly have all of you, like the people who are in my corner, and it's a lot. It's been a lot for me emotionally. I definitely I kept calling it a touch of the sads at Disneyland, I still get it and stuff like that. But it's just it's a process. It's a grieving process. It's a whatever process. It's a thing. So it's just like, thank you. I feel like thank you very much. I can't say enough kind things about it and everything like that. And if you are one of, whether it was a one-off or you are a new, my personal Patreon thing that I was doing for the giveaways, I think I'm gonna have the contest posted ASAP. But also, I wanted to let you know, maybe because there was a bunch of new people, maybe I feel like once we get enough new people, we could maybe do like one more contest or something like that. So I'm looking at that, trying to think about how to do all of that. And for those of you who won the July contest, because now it's August, I did not get your stuff in the mail before September, before I left for California, but I will get it in the mail ASAP. I'm tomorrow, and I'm gonna I have to get myself organized. Like literally all my stuff is everywhere still. So just want to say sorry about that delay. And I'll get the contest posted as well on there for this month's contest, which again, remember, is all Halloween themed stuff. Actually, do I still have the thing in here? I can't. What did I say the contest was this month? Yeah, okay. I'm getting it mixed up with the July contest. Here's the August contest. So if you aren't familiar, I started a little personal Patreon. It's patreon.com/Ryno, RYNO 1185, and on there we do like themed giveaways and like fun little things like that. So this month is Halloween themed. So if you are in the red tier, you're entering where you're gonna you got to do some work. It's not a lottery. It's like you got to answer the questions and stuff. So there's a Halloween Horror Nights, this wooden sign that I actually have one up behind me here. One of those is up for a prize this month, and then there's this box lunch exclusive Lilo and Stitch, not Lilo and Stitch, it's Stitch and Angel, and that doll whose name I can't remember, and I'm sure a bunch of you put it in here. Super cute bag, love it. And then a Beetlejuice painting, because every month I'm going to do a painting, or I'm going to try and keep up with that as much as I can. But I'm not done with the July painting yet. But yeah, I'm going to do them all at once. And I now know what the September contest painting is going to be. So I am, stay tuned for that. All I'm going to say is it's Pluto. It's a Halloween Pluto. That's basically telling you what it is. So that's September. And there'll be another Disney Loungefly in there in one of those tiers, and then I think maybe like I don't want to give away yet. I've got to figure out how to word how the other contest is going to be. It's going to be a glass, like a Halloween glasses, but I want to be like, and a drink, question mark, but you know you can't like mail people later, right? Okay, sorry, I'm going to go back. I'm going to read through this chat really quick to catch up. There's a lot of you in here. Today I planned to like post this ahead of time. Someday I'm going to do that. Someday I'm going to start like posting it and giving people like at least, you know, like 2 hours notice or something like that. It's kind of like off the cuff and things. So I feel like you can always kind of count on one being like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, sometimes more than one in there, and then like one in the week as well. So just hang on into that. So let me see here. Oh, Nick Price has it right. He's got the rosé cracked out today. Okay. Johanna, I met you in California, right? So nice to meet you. It was really nice to meet. California was cathartic because it was like I got to meet people came up with such positive, wonderful energy that were also, it was like a fear I've always had where it was very supportive of us and not supportive of other things. And I was just like, oh, thank God. I thought it was going to be like, I don't know how to describe it. I just thought it was going to be kind of like, oh, I don't believe it. Oh, whatever, you know, sort of a thing. And it wasn't about that. It was about making sure that like we were okay. And that, I got emotional. I cried a couple times. It's fine. It's fine, gang. When don't I cry? Just scrolling through here, everybody. You know, the weird thing about YouTube is like, it's very seldomly ever people's like actual names, and it's never their photos, right? Oh, hi Dee. Good to see you in here. Glad you had fun at the Star Trek convention. Yeah, I know. That was a little cough is what I just got. I'm coughing a lot less lately. I probably had like some sort of infection or something like that, honestly. I feel very fortunate that I don't get ill often, but if I do get, it's usually like a chest related something. It's been that way my whole life. Like, God, I don't know how many times I've had bronchitis. I had like, when I was a kid, they had given me an inhaler for asthma, but there was never like a follow-up for that. And I've got to like get better about going to the doctor when I have persistent stuff. So like if I get a cough, I've got it for like a month and a half. And then the next thing I know, a month and a half later, I've got another one. So it just feels like I have a cough like forever and I hate it. But anyway. Have I watched Haunted Mansion? I have. I believe I talked about that in one of the live streams, but it's not labeled that way. Oh, yes, it is. I did a movie live stream 2 live streams ago. But I talk about a bunch of the summer movies where it was like Mission Impossible, Barbie, Oppenheimer, and Haunted Mansion in there. And I have seen Ninja Turtles as well, which was also... Ninja Turtles was fantastic. I just saw The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and I gotta tell you, it was really boring. I feel like I loved the concept of taking this chapter out of Dracula and turning it into a movie, which is great. But it was like... It was just kind of redundant, and it didn't really offer enough. It was too long. If it had been 30 minutes shorter, I think it would have been like a really good, tight horror movie, but it just was too long. And then ultimately I kept like almost nodding off because I still feel like there's Dramamine in my system for some reason. I'm just all emotionally, and I'm still like messed up. The sultry sounds of my voice sound nice. Oh yeah, do you like this clone? The C ticket says they like my clone This is the first time I'm wearing this. I love this one. It feels like a dressier shirt, which I like. I like these like tiny patterns, and I like how there are all the different clone helmets on here. It's good. It's a nice subtle one. This is Roosevelt's again, of course, which is basically all I only ever wear. I almost put a t-shirt on today, but I definitely, like, as much as I talk about the weight gain and stuff like that, the California thing, I was like, I'm going to eat my emotions. So there were 2 room tres leches cakes that got eaten with the assistance of other people. But yeah, I'm like, I definitely am like, my shirts are a little bit tighter again. But I am now like hoping in the process of this, like trying to learn how to deal with some post-traumatic stress and stuff like that. I'm hoping that I can get back to like a fitness routine and running. I have to. I'm running 2 half marathons in January, a week apart, and I've like not run at all. So definitely going to need to do that. I'm probably going to have to join a gym again, honestly, because it has been way too hot. I'm telling you, like last night at 9:45 or something like that, I took a screenshot of it. It said feels like 95 with like 80% humidity. It was ugh. But that's the thing too. Frank says it too in here, is that it's hot everywhere. It's one of those where you're like, where do you go? But I'll tell you what, it was hot in California, but it was cooler at night, and you don't have that humidity in California, and it was lovely. It was like being slapped in the face, like stepping out of the airport the other night. Oh my God. Oh, Mike Collins in here. Okay, Natasha's asking me, favorite food or drink at Disneyland? I'm sure we're going to talk about this in like work videos and stuff like that, but I will give you like a rundown. Excuse me. Okay, there was like it was called like Cap'n More or something like that. Because I kept using the word Captain Crunch to describe the spelling of it, but it's a Captain America hot dog that they sell at the cart out front of the theater, of the Hyperion Theater, that was like pizza dough with everything, bagel seasoning on top of it, and then it came with like a beer mustard sauce, and that was good. I think you could make it better at your house, so like I recommend people trying it and then be like, how can I improve on this? And I think like an air fryer would up its game, because I think it would make the crispiness. I think it would give the dough a little crispierness. And I'm trying to think. I went to Porto's, because obviously we're not going to talk about this on the show, probably. I went to Porto's twice on this trip. I spent $50 one time and $30 the other time. That's because, like, 2 wonderful people out there. My best friend Kim got to come with me, and another one of my, like, absolute, like, lifelong we'll be friends for the rest of our lives. My friend Amber got to come out and stay with me, and they literally were, like, missed each other by, like, 15 minutes, which is unfortunate because I would have loved for the 2 of them to meet. But I went to Porto's once for Kim and to like get some stuff, and we got like the highlight out there was this tres leches like cake that was like this, like a loaf of it. Listen, here's the thing about me: if there's a tres leches on anything, it'll kill Erica, but I am always going to order it. Always. I love tres leches cakes, and Kim basically inhaled the entire thing in the night, so I had to get another second room tres leches cake when Amber showed up. But the sandwiches at Porto's are so good too, and then they have those like the rellenos de papa, the like or papa rellenos, I forget which way you say it, but the potato balls, they call them that on the menu too. Oh my God, so good. You gotta go to Porter's. They're gonna open one at Downtown Disney soon. And D, I keep checking every day the mail for the package. I have not received your package just yet. Yeah, this is I was like, I'm proud of myself. Everybody in the video yesterday, there's a couple of comments where like, did Ryno take an edible or drink before he did this video? And here's the thing. Craig and I went to a pre-party, and yes, there was wine there, but I didn't even finish 1 glass of wine. So I didn't like drink before that. And I'm afraid to take, I'm still like in the experimental phase with the other stuff. So I'm afraid to take them before I do anything, because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to react. But yeah. But it was hot. If you guys are coming down here to Florida for like a vacation or visiting somebody or something like that, you need to definitely make sure you have reusable water bottles, liquid IV. You need to be hydrating like crazy. Like, and it's just because literally you could be like, well, I haven't done anything, but you're standing there, you're gonna lose those electrolytes. You are losing so much water so quickly. Like, be careful. Be careful. Sunscreen, UV umbrellas, and I'm telling you right now, this little portable fan guy, this is going to be your best friend. This guy. $15 on Amazon. If I can remember after the show, I'll put the link for this specific one. But the battery on this one that I have lasts forever. It actually has like a little thing on the back where it like can lock into an umbrella. I was trying to be good about muting it before I had to cough, but I haven't never done that. But I have I had two over the shoulder fans that you could twist and thing. I think this handheld one works better than those. And then I know there's that other ones, those bands that go around your neck. My friend has one where it's got a metal bar that metal bar rests on your neck, and keeps it cold. But I don't know. So I would definitely recommend. I would 1000% say this fan is going to be worth it, even if you never use it again after your trip. And the UV umbrella, and like I said, you need to get a reusable water bottle. Hello, Jay. Sorry, I'm that far behind. Yeah, this beer. The beer was called Velvet, so it's like it's a thick beer. Hi. I see a question in here. Thoughts on alcoholic drinks at the tavern? What tavern? Are you talking about Gaston's? Did they have them there? I didn't know that. And or are you talking about at Disneyland? They started serving them too. I mean, obviously, here's the thing, guys. I try not to keep it about Disney on here. I don't want to get in trouble. But also, like, I'm not as good without the support of the people around me. That's the thing, is I'm a firm believer of those support systems, and like we fill in the gaps of knowledge with each other and things. And also, like, yeah, I don't want to be seen as like competing or anything like that. But yes, I did just burp a little bit and I muted it. I am so sorry. Okay, scrolling through. Thank you. Oh, hello from Seattle. Yeah, Anna, I remember meeting you from Seattle. And I was like, I love Seattle. Sorry, scrolling through so I can catch up to like a live chat. Erica's in here too. She says she's in bed, probably exhausted from waking up at 6:30 for her soccer game. And no, she wasn't playing, so don't you dare say good for you. She was watching. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to save the rude cast. Well, I'm not trying to put the cast member on blast or anything like that, but I was with my friend Chloe and I went through, and literally all I was looking for all night is because I kept seeing him in the candy barrels, is that like they didn't used to have peanut butter candy for a long time, and now they do, and they had peanut butter M&Ms, and I saw them in the barrel, and I was like, okay. And I looked, like the next barrel, so in Tomorrowland, I went over to a thing, and I was like, do you have any peanut butter M&Ms in there? And they're like, oh, no, sorry. And then I went to walk to the next barrel, and I was like, do you have any peanut butter M&Ms in here? Like, literally the two that were next to each other, because I thought you could just be like, boom, boom. At Disneyland, too, they have, like, multiple barrels throughout the line, so I don't know. And this lady yelled at me. She was like, raised her voice at me. She was like, sir, get back in the line. Get back in the line. You can't do that. And I was like, I'm just asking if they had this candy. Get in the line. And I was like, okay. So then I went like all the way back down around the building to come all the way back down. Literally like one person was behind, like walking up by me. They weren't even right by me. And I walked up and I was like, do you guys have any peanut butter? And they did. And you know what? The two cast members that were there, when I walked back up, they were wonderful. So, you know what? That lady needs to really get a check over there. Also, I'm going to say this about that candy. I don't know what is the deal with them holding up on that candy. Like, just give me the candy. I remember when I first moved here, I left like 3 or 4 bags of candy. Like, I cannot fill a bag anymore. Again, I don't want to like, we're going to talk about this on the other stuff too. So, like, I don't want to keep it all Disney stuff in here. You guys, I like to have that line too, because I don't ever want to be like misconstrued as competing or anything like that. But I know people have got a bunch of questions and everything like that. So I appreciate all of you very much asking these questions. Oh, Johnny, that's very nice. A lot of fun. Oh, David. Thank you very much. David has sent me a super chat for some bourbon. That is incredibly thoughtful and generous of you. Oh my God, you guys are... This is too much. This is too much. Oh, Dallas, thank you so much. Dallas. Oh, yeah. Okay, I could see your picture. I was like, when you said I chatted with you last night, I'm like, yeah, I remember you. Hello from Massachusetts, Dina. Okay, so here's the next thing I'm going to buy right now. So speaking of Massachusetts, because I had this in Massachusetts. My mom actually, the house she lives in right now actually does have central air. I grew up without it, and I forgot, like, everywhere. Most houses in Massachusetts, not common. Or maybe it's more common now, but, like, it wasn't when I was younger. So we never had, like, in-unit air conditioners or anything like that. What was I going to say? So I was like, told my mom, like, they don't keep it, like, super low, and it was really hot while I was there. And I was just basically like, there wasn't a fan in the room, and I was like, I sleep with the ceiling fan on. And so I was like, you know, Mom, do you have, like, a small fan I can put over here? And she did. And I was like, I forgot every night until I was like 20. When did I move into this place? 10 years ago? Until I was like 28. I had a fan on me, like, every night. I can't believe something in the process of moving from the place where I used to live to the one here is like, it must have got lost. But I am tomorrow going to Target, and I'm buying a fan, and I'm putting it on my nightstand and pointing it right at my face because, baby, there is no other way to live. And I loved it. It would make me nice and chilly, and then I could wear my Spirit jersey and not feel awful about myself. Paul. Oh, yes, Paul McGrary. Always, one of these days. I'll be, honestly, I was always afraid to, like, okay, here's the God's honest truth about this all. I was very stressed and afraid to ever, like, post about, oh my God, I just realized someone gave me a gift certificate at Disneyland for Michael's, and I have, like, a million ideas of things I want to paint right now. So I'm so excited. I got to do that tomorrow, too. Don't let me forget. In the last couple of years, I've been very afraid to ever post when I was somewhere that wasn't in Orlando for fear of, like, repercussions. But people knew where I was, but it was just like there was a Christmas where there was, like, guilt trip thrown on because another employee's, like, family member had passed away, and they were the only one that was there when there was 3 video people, and it was like, that's the last time I let 2 video people go home at the same time. And it was like, but we don't end up doing anything while we're there. And it was like, you know, when you're an internet company and you have the power to give people the holidays off, why wouldn't you do that? Or at least work from home. Like, I get businesses have to run, but my God, Jesus, literally, it was Jesus' birthday. So I'm going to get better about posting when I'm places, because I would also love to meet all of you. If you ever see me, and that's the weird part, I know, right? Like, you're going to randomly see me in, like, Chicago someday and be like, Ryno? Like, I'd be too nervous to yell at somebody's name, but if you yell out that name, I will always stop. If you want to stop and talk, if you just want to yell hello and keep moving, that's okay too. I love that. But please, 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 never be afraid to you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. But seriously, think about that. Don't sing that to me. Yeah, I think I've converted Erica to a Californian. So hopefully we'll be able to go back together again, because Erica was there for only, like, a couple of days, which was sad. And I was like, you're going to regret it. I mean, she had stuff to get back to, but it was unfortunate. I got to meet her mom, who was awesome. But it was unfortunate. I wanted to do stuff with Erica. Like, I wanted to show her some of my foods that, like, she could also have. And, you know, I wanted to make sure she had a mint julep and, like, that sort of stuff. Oh, Johanna, you are so nice. Thank you so much for buying me the drink. I really appreciate that. Western Massachusetts, does that even exist? I don't know anything past I'm trying to think, where's the most west I would go? Worcester? Yeah, like, I mean, I've been to Amherst, but, you know, it's one of those where I was like, people live on this part of Massachusetts? Sorry, I'm going through the chat, so this really probably is going to be really disjointed and not make sense to anybody but me, but, no, Johanna, it was so awesome to meet you out there. Kelly met me with Steve Porter, who I got to see in California. Again, like, it's just so short. You never see... When you've got people you like, spend the time with those people while you can, because in life, even though you know you'll see them again, I don't know that you'll ever get to spend that time with them again. It's one of those things I kind of miss. You know. Karen, it was super great meeting you as well. Also, yeah, I remember at the meet. Oh my gosh. C-Ticket is asking, what is my favorite clone and am I excited for Ahsoka? I am so excited for Ahsoka. Like, honestly, I think Ahsoka is probably the most excited, other than Obi-Wan, I've been for one of the Star Wars shows. Because Obi-Wan Kenobi is like my favorite character and I love Ewan McGregor. But Ahsoka, I'm like, this will be cool because I think it's Dave Filoni is directing all the episodes or whatever. But it just looks cool. I can't wait for this whole thing. Like, I have 2 seasons left of Rebels, and I want to finish that before it starts. So I've got to like really kind of like hunker down and get ready for that. But I don't know. Honestly, I think one of my favorite clones, and you'd be like, oh, is it going to be Cody or is it going to be Rex? I think it's got to be one of the ones from the Bad Batch because I really like them. I like Wrecker a lot. I just like, he's like big guy, funny guy. I haven't finished season 2 yet, so if something happens, please do not ruin it in this chat. Am I still friends with Denny? I know she and Erica posting. Yes. So Denny and I are good friends too. And the thing with me and Denny is that I don't think it'll be a problem anymore. But she was always very afraid to post any pictures with me or that we were hanging out or anything like that. You know, and I understand that feeling, and she never wanted to get me in trouble, and so I literally, when I started the Halloween party, I was like, should we hang out on Friday? Should we try and do baseline next Friday? So we have like tentative, but she I believe has something coming up that I'm sure she'll share with all of you, and so like there's a little bit of so we might have to afterwards, but Denny and I are friends. We definitely like text, hang out, whatever. Like I think we're trying to maybe get like a dinner in the books or something like that. But no, Denny is wonderful. Just like just one of those people that really is really good about just making you instantly feel better, you know, and very Mother Teresa, I guess. No, not like that, but you know what I mean. But you guys are also wonderful. Why do you want to change your photo tray? I can clearly see you and who you are in this one. Was I Disney College Program? No, I was never in the Disney College Program. I did move down here to go to like finish school, and so I did it like sort of backwards. But yeah, my flight, asking about the flight back from home, it was good. It wasn't bad. I watched The Prestige on the airplane, one of my favorites. Christopher Nolan film. If you have never seen that, I cannot recommend it enough. It is literally a masterpiece. This movie is just one of those, like, every time I watch it, I'm just like, honestly, like, I know Oppenheimer is phenomenal. All these movies are great. The Prestige is that one where I'm like, I wish more eyes could have been on this one, because this movie should have been like Best Picture. It is so good. It is one of those movies that will stand that test of time, and I love it. It's so good. So I watched that, and then what else did I watch? It was like a 4-hour flight. I don't know. I just remember watching that, and that was it. I think I watched like TV shows or something. But it was a good, nice, easy flight back. You guys are, I see you, Type R Kelly. I see you in here. You guys are always drinking Treehouse. You are like, when I think of Treehouse, I think of you. I just, I think of you. I think of Treehouse, and I think of biking through the woods. I'm not. So my friends, Diane and Bill have invited me on the Star Cruiser. They had a Star Cruiser that they're going on with their child. It's an adult child. And their ward. And they were like, we really would love it if you would just come and like do the experience with us. And I was like, I can't. I was like, I'm trying to book another one, and so I'm at least going to be able to do it once. I feel bad not being able to do it like with some of the other people I was trying to rope into it and stuff, but I love hanging out with Bill and Diane and their family and everything like that. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we were already talked about like costumes. Diane and I are going back and forth. Actually, the T-shirt I almost wore Diane got me from. She went to, her and Bill went to Skywalker Ranch, and they gave me this like cool shirt. But I was like, it's like too cool. Where I was like, ooh, I can't wear it yet. I'm gonna ruin it. Like, but yeah. I see John. John's up in here. He's not too busy for us this time. Oh, good. I'm glad to see some Turtles love in here. Yeah, I agree. Paul McGarry is saying the Turtles, the teenager voices were great. I 1,000% agree. Oh my God, a Clarabelle Here Comes the Hurricane T-shirt. Richard, that is the moment. We need one of those. Yeah. Roosevelt's results. I didn't know how to say it. I used to just be like RSVLTS, and then the mascot is Teddy Roosevelt. That's how that's what I tell people. I'll be like, it's Roosevelt's, like Teddy Roosevelt's, but shirts. Like, oh, okay. I haven't seen Talk to Me yet. I see that in here, and that was the movie I really actually wanted to see today. So I think I'm going to try and see that in the next week. I also want to see Theater Camp, and there was like one showing of it on Monday. So I think I'm going to try and do like a Monday night. It's like, in the evening. Oh, just the Jays. Oh my God, guys, I'm so behind. I'm like halfway behind on this chat. I'm so sorry. It's like, I don't want to just like skip forward. Perfect temp in Seattle. Oh God. Hopefully I'll be in Seattle in the next year from right now. Honestly, I'd like to go in like the earlier part of the year. I want to go with my friend CJ. I think he would love it. I'm scrolling really quick, so I do apologize if What is my favorite brewery in Orlando? Okay, so I think my favorite one is going to be Tactical Brewing. I believe it was started by military veterans, but it's a very like, it feels very inclusive. What I love about it is they do they have good like solid classic beers, but they do really cool, unique flavors, and they have like great graphic artwork and everything like that. Craig and I also like to go. We like to go to Sideward Brewing. They do really solid beers. That's definitely Sideward is definitely like you like classic beer. That's what you'd like there. But like Tactical, if you like to get a little experimental, Tactical is like they nail it. And their brewery is just so comfortable, and it's in this beautiful, beautiful part of Orlando that literally looks like it was cut out of a movie, like out of Pleasantville. Yeah. Did I get the shawarma pizza? You bet I did. I wouldn't have called it shawarma pizza though. It was definitely more like Italian sub that you dipped in marinara. Shawarma pizza made me think it was going to be like pizza balls, and I was like, and it wasn't. But I must know where you got your vintage jack-o'-lantern skeleton decorations behind you. Well, this guy is from my grandparents. I have two of them. They have a bunch of them that they would put up for Halloween every year, and it was like right before COVID. I was home and I was like, Grandma, I was like, I love these. Can we make sure that like, I didn't want to be morbid, but I was like, could I have these someday? She's like, just take one. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, here, take two. So I'm like, I'm going to get the rest. Because I love Halloween, but I love Halloween because my grandparents loved Halloween too, and so like, and I love the idea of Halloween because in Halloween you can be anybody you want to be, and as somebody who was like a closeted little gay boy, it was just one of those where like I could be any superhero, I could be any character from TV, anybody from a movie, and you could be that person, and like it was very empowering. Halloween is a very empowering, very inclusive holiday, and I just love it. So like it's like a double-edged thing for me. I love it. So he stays there all the time. And then the other one is like up on the top shelf up here. I'll do a tour of these shelves. Can I share the story behind Rhino? So I used to have like stories I would make up when guests would ask me because it would say Rhino on my name tag. It's really not super interesting. It's just that like one person called me out in high school, and then my friend, he started calling me, and then I was homecoming king in high school, and they wrote like my name on the football, and they wrote Rhino on the football, and so it was kind of like Rhino from there on out. So there's a lot of people who still just call me Ryan, but I like Rhino because it's a little more like, hey, I'm Rhino. Like one name, we don't need last name. It's not like Cher. No, but it's sort of that Disney name tag thing where it's like, I want you to feel like you're friends with me, Dying. Okay, I'm catching up. It's definitely a juicy IPA, the beer. I saw that question in here. Oh, Thomas, you're moving to Florida on August 22nd? Well, good luck with that move. Godspeed in that heat. I hope you're paying for movers, because I would hate to be moving that stuff right now. Just saying November is what they feel like the best time to go to Orlando is. Yeah, and even then, November sometimes can still be really hot. Lately, it's been like hot up until December, except for like when we were in that year we lost like Halloween, like 2020. It was the first Halloween I've been where I lived here. I was like, it was actually like there was a chill in the air, and I was like, you got to be friggin' kidding me. Yeah, right. So Rhino is like my name, and then people call me Rye. I got rye bread, rye guy, stuff like that. Oh, Jay, coming in late September. I'll be here. Can't wait to see you guys. Eric is asking when is the best week for temp-wise at HHN. Here's the thing. It's like the devil's butthole here all the way through into November. So, like, it's going to be hot whenever you get here. I definitely say October would be the better. The later you can get, the better chances the weather are. The less chances you'll get rained out, the later you're coming. But it's still going to be hot. But it'll be a lot busier in October. So if you're doing that, I'd recommend like maybe Express or something like that. God, I just burped into this microphone. I feel bad. Oh, we got a riffle in here. You know what you're reminding me of too? I have a $240 charge on my hotel that they charge me for parking every day at Disneyland Hotel. I had a car there one night, and I'm like, hi, no. So I have to call them. Yep. Disneyland will do that to you. Get you hooked. Love going for vacation. Crockett's Tavern. What's Crockett's Tavern? I see. Okay, so at the tavern, what's Crockett's Tavern? Is that? Do I have to Google that? Is that Disney World or Disneyland? Walt Disney World, Pioneer Hall. Wait. Oh, are you just asking me about the drinks at Fort Wilderness? They're okay. Andrew, leaving Tennessee, get an old fashioned. There was like two. I tried two of the mixed drinks, and one was like a bramble. The first one was definitely better than the second one, but I can't remember. Oh, we got a Milwaukee. Allison, love Milwaukee. Have I been to the Artisan Pig? I got the bee sting when I was there. Oh, I do like a bee sting. I actually haven't been to... do you mean the Ravenous Pig? Because that's what I'm thinking of. No, I haven't been there, though, yet. Oh, so I see another thing. Do I recommend the Ninja Turtle movie? 100%. It is... You never have to have watched or liked Ninja Turtles before. I think this is a movie you can completely go in oblivious to anything about anything and 1000% come out enjoying it, because it's literally a movie about like teenagers just trying to figure out their place in the world, and it was a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. I was in Wisconsin. Lizzie was in Wisconsin today and picked up a gift of Spotted Cow. Kim talks about Spotted Cow. Yeah, the Disney... Yosemite is on my list. Oh my god, guys, I'm so far behind in this chat. I'm so sorry. Should I just, like, scroll up? Yes, John is asking, are we ever going to get back to gaming? We are going to get back to gaming because I need to finish Mario. And then I want to play Donkey Kong with you all. So, I actually think... I'm thinking I might do another live stream tomorrow and then do, like, video gaming for that one. Peanut butter M&M game. M&M's a weird. Oh, Eric. Thank you very much. I appreciate the drink, the beer in here. You guys are like too much. You're too generous. Oh my god. Julia says PB M&M's are the best. Although I broke a tooth on one once, and I'm afraid of. Okay, so you know what I broke a tooth on once? This is full, and it was like we were like in the lockdown, like things like essential services were just reopening. I put a Sour Patch Kid, and I'm not one to like really like have candy at my house. Like it's more like because I have like food issues like that I should definitely see a therapist about. But like a Sour Patch Kid, and I was like, why is this Sour Patch Kid hard? It had yanked out my like filling and broke my tooth, and I was like, are you friggin' kidding me? So I, germaphobe as I am, had to go, and there were like these plastic sheets everywhere, and they were like open up, and I was like, bleh, and I was like, why did this happen? Oh, we got Sonia in Central Florida going to HHM for the first time. Okay, so any advice for a scaredy cat? I say this all the time at work. I say this all the time on those shows. If you drink, I'm not saying like you have to be drunk, but if you drink, if you have something that could take your edge off before you go, that you normally would be like, you know what, I'm going to enjoy a cocktail. I'm not binge drinking. I'm not talking about getting drunk. I'm not talking shots. I'm not talking whatever. I'm saying to treat yourself. Treat yourself to something nice. You know, give yourself a little bit of courage, liquid courage, whatever it is. You know, and if you're scared, you're gonna be scared in the house. Okay, you're gonna get scared. You're gonna get used to like the rhythm. You're gonna get into it because I was like this. I hated it. I kept my eyes closed the whole time and everything. But the production and the theatrics that all go into it are worth it. And like the thing for me is like go with somebody more afraid than you because they'll go after that person. But then also don't be afraid to scream. I used to be afraid to scream, and now I'm just like no. And to the point where I'm like I'm probably gonna get kicked out from swearing so much. But yeah, that's my tip. And enjoy that liquid courage a little bit. You know, moderate. You know, give yourself one. Do a house. Grab one. You know, do another one house or two. Get another one. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. You know, I mean, I'm not here to lecture anybody on responsibility. I mean, like in a way where I'm like, make sure we're hydrating too, because those will catch up on you real quick. But I definitely, the first night of the event, I need to have at least a drink or two. I'm a big boy, so I usually do two, at least. Craig is asking a question. Any word when the next Diz or Diz Unplugged video will be, and are they going to address the 800-pound gorilla in the room? I think so. I don't have an idea when that will come back, but I know it's an ASAP thing. That is reliant on office space and some other factors get worked out. But you know, we've got people on it and everything like that. You know, it was just one thing after another, and because of the trip and the way everything was falling, there was literally nothing. There was nobody. It's not like a giant corporation where pieces can move instantaneously. It's one of those things where it's a very small business, and that small business has to do a paradigm shift after having just had done a paradigm shift like a couple of years. So it's like, it's just trying to figure all of that out. But you'll know sooner than later, and I'm guessing there will, from what I understand, is everybody's free to address how they would like to, and there's some stuff where I'm like, I'm not nervous, but there's some stuff where it's like the inner workings of a business where I'm like, I can't really tell you some of that stuff, but like, I would like people to know that there are elements that were essential for me remaining here, and that I see those things being worked on. So, but no, it won't be a secret at all. But it's not going to be a thing. See, sometimes the problems with internet videos is just say one thing, and then every video people want you to keep talking about that thing, and it's like, you can't do that. Like, you've got to go back and watch that video. So, you know what I mean? Oh, Davy Sitter. I will 100% make an eatable railroad video. And I did work at King Richard's Fair. You are so kind. I actually met somebody who works for Renaissance, I think they said they worked for, I don't remember if they said they worked for Bristol. They work for the Maryland Renaissance Fair, whoever owns that. But they were like, there's one in Milwaukee that's Bristol. And I was like, Bristol, I think, owns King Richard's Fair in Carver. And I was like, and I worked there one year. Not like anything crazy. I wore like a green t-shirt and khaki shorts, and I worked in a kitchen. So I will definitely do an eatable railroad video for you, though. That is guaranteed. I actually have one, like, I had filmed forever ago, but like, it's like 5 years old now. I was just like, I never got around to editing it. And then I was like, the paranoia of being like, I can't do my own YouTube channel, even though it has nothing to do with this other stuff that we do for work. But whatever. We all need Jesus. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through. Oh my God, Sarah, my friend was just telling me I've been to Austin twice now, and I definitely was just on the phone with my friend a few minutes ago. Before I started this, a few minutes ago. It's like an hour ago at this point. Because it was Austin Pride tonight, and I said, how rude of you, because where was my invitation to that? I was like, I would have loved to have come, and I would have loved to have declined your invitation. But sorry, I turned to the right, and the machine over here just said a UPS worker has struck 3 people. I was like, what? I guess Austin Pride tonight. I couldn't have gone anyways because of the California trip. It was too much. But Austin is a very fun city. One of my best friends lives there, and I can't wait to go back again. I'm hoping to go again one more time before the end of the year. But yeah. I'm almost at the bottom. Not so secret trip back to Kentucky, Kim. When I am in Kentucky, you are 100% on my list of attractions to see. Yes, I do still. Erica made the friendship bracelets, and I have my 1989 one. I wore it when she wasn't even there anymore. I wore it every day. It's downstairs. Oh, that's funny. Angie said she almost saw me in Wisconsin. God, there are so many of you in Milwaukee. I'm like, I really am going to be vocal. You know what? The next time I go to Milwaukee, I'm going to be like, I'm going to be at like, let's say I'll go somewhere like Downer, and I'll be there. Or no, I don't know. I'll let Kim pick, but I'll make sure I'll say like 24 hours ahead of time on like Instagram or one of these videos. I'll be like, this is where I'm going to be at this time, and I'll give you all like 2 hours. And I would love it if you like came through and said hi, and we could have a drink in Milwaukee together, because I love Milwaukee. I really do. Milwaukee. I wish I could remember the slogan for the thing, like Laszlo turns to the camera and says in that one episode of What We Do in the Shadows. But yeah, I can't believe I'm so far behind in this live stream. Where do I like to go in Anaheim? Yeah, okay. So there's the packing house, like in the packing district. It's funny because whenever I call it the packing district, somebody calls it the packing house. And when I call it the packing house, somebody calls it the packing district. But I believe it's actually called the packing house in the packing district. But I like Unsung Brewing over there is pretty good. Craig likes Monkish, which is fine. It's just one that I haven't found one that like resonates with me there yet, but I'm sure it will. I went to Brewery X this time, and I loved that. I will definitely be hitting that next time I'm there. And I like Bottle Logic a lot too. They've been doing a lot more like experimental stuff lately, but I hit them at a weird time, and so it was a little tough. But Brewery X for sure. They have a huge outdoor space, and it's like right on this like little reservoir, but like there's the mountains behind you, and like you can see the sunset. I'm like, this is beautiful. Love it. Definitely recommend that. There was another place I went, like Craft by Smoke and Fire. I think my friend Shelton recommended that, and that was really good. Oh my god, I'm on the Clone Wars stuff. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm this far back. I'm scrolling through really fast now. Oh my god, Ryan answered that question. Oh my god, we're on the thing where I said I was going to be in trouble for the friend thing. You'd be surprised. William, thank you. You know what? Dave Murray, I see your question, and absolutely not. And I was going to like address it, and I was like, you know what? I'm better than that. So it was a choice I made to. It's unfortunate because I feel like we were all very good friends, but just got to this thing. I'll talk about it someday. I just don't. I'm not at that level of like shitting on people that don't, on the internet. Like, I'll give it to you when I feel like you need it, and don't worry. I know. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. I'm sorry. There's like 1,000 messages. So I am currently on the live chat right now if you are watching this. John Rightwhere says, have you been to Zamarium Meadery? No, I was supposed to go right before I left for California, but it was so hectic, with everything that was going on. So I'm hoping to hit that before, I don't know why I'm saying before. Sorry, I got distracted by another comment, but Anthony Ripto, I do not know. William's asking, have I seen the Strange New Worlds musical episode yet? If so, my thoughts. I went to watch it this morning, but because I'm still so jet-lagged, I kept falling asleep. But I was actually kind of like, I'm going to like sit and watch that probably after this, like literally sit and pay attention. I was kind of blown away by how good the music is in it. But I was, like I said, I was like groggy, so I wasn't following the story very well, but I was just like, man, they can all sing pretty well. Yeah, just make one drama episode and link to it. Actually, you know what, Barrett, that is a great idea. That's a great idea. I'm just going to do that one where I'm just like, okay, here's it all laid out. And then just be like, I'm not going to talk about this or these people ever again. Boom. That's a great idea. I have seen The Bear. I see that question in here. And I think I like the first season better than the second season because the second season was like, there's an episode where the Christmas episode, I was like, this is what it's like in my family. Like, Jamie Lee Curtis was like my mom. My mom doesn't really drink like that, so it's not an alcoholic problem, but it has that personality thing. And don't tell my mom if she watches this, because I love my mom very much, and I would not change anything about how we grew up or anything like that. And I feel very fortunate to have been raised by the people I was, in the places I was, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So it has nothing to do with that. It's just that through all of us, I have it too. She has it, and she got it from her, my grandmother and everything. Is just this like little thread of sort of this like thing. It's like, therapy didn't used to be a thing, all this, there's the mental health stigma that used to exist, so it's just always a constant thing, but we all know what it is, we all feel it, and we try to be aware of it and deal with it and stuff like that. And I talk to my mom about it all the time, so it's not like that. But that episode, like, I want my mom to watch this episode so she can like see this like demonstration of this family dynamic and be like, isn't it scary how much it is like this? But But it's heartbreaking too, because there's a part where like the mom says is like, you know, I make things beautiful for everybody, and who makes things beautiful for me? And I always worry about that with my mom, like somebody that I'm here, and I would love to be closer to them and stuff, and I feel like sometimes I can't rely on the rest of other people to give her the support that she needs. You know, when I feel like she feels like she's always the crutch of everything, and she very much is, but like she can't do it all forever. So I'm like, I just want people to take care of her, you know. Oh, we're still opening that Pizza Hut, Ray. Don't you think we're not? I don't watch Big Brother. I see that. Loved Barbie. Emily actually did a pretty, if you're interested in like further thoughts on that, because I said I did a movie live stream. You can check that out. It's like the 2 videos behind this one, I think, but it's like labeled. But I loved Barbie. Definitely recommend it. Really enjoyed it. I went to the Cauldron in California, which is a witch-themed bar. That was like right outside of the entrance of Knott's Berry Farm, and that was a lot of fun. I went with Kim because she loves that like witch aesthetic and everything, and there was good drinks, and there was escargot. We were fancy that night. We were so fancy. And then also I got a chicken cordon bleu slider. So, you know, it's like fancy and then trash fancy, like, because that's me, trash fancy. But yeah. I think now is the right time for his Unplug the Movie with Rhino and Craig as 2 undercover security guards patrolling the Magic Kingdom. Who wants to crowdfund that? This is so stupid, but I like, sometimes it's therapeutic for me to like type and write things out, and like I am determined to like self-publish a book, because you know anybody can do that, right? Like on Amazon, you can do it yourself. It doesn't matter. It's like somebody's just got to buy it, right? And so I definitely wanted to do one, and I started writing. But I ended up writing about all the people in my life and things like that instead of that trauma. It's like always avoiding that trauma sort of thing. Also, I'm writing like a pseudo Goosebumps book, like a book inspired by Goosebumps, but it's like with places and people I know, that I like have it like super mapped out, and I started writing it, and I was like, I just need to get back in the groove of that. Another thing I lost because of some work stuff. So, but I'm getting back into that. So if you liked that Goosebumps podcast I was doing, I'm going to do that. I literally had a Goosebumps book with me in California on this trip. So that is 1,000% going to take off, but it's not going to be on this YouTube channel. It's going to be on the Ampliverse YouTube channel, but I'll talk about it when we get there. But D, if you have not watched Strange New Worlds at all, highly recommend it. I think you're going to love it. Did I make anything else of the bourbon gin? Trey, I have enough for 1 drink left. That bourbon gin was delicious. Or should I say gin bourbon? It was like, it's technically was gin. So good. Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. Highly recommend that. Watched it twice. It'll make you feel real good. And it's one of those shows where it's like people make mistakes, but imagine a world where we like just helps people be better instead of just like shitting on them for that. So it was a really like, it was kind of like listen to yourself and lean on those people around you. It's a great show. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, Wandering Panda, I see what you're saying about the bear. Loved the first season. The first season was like watching a nervous breakdown. I liked the second half of the second season. The first half I thought was a little like, Walter is asking about a name change for the work show I do. I don't know that yet. That is on the table. But I'm not sure where we lie on that. That's in the discussion, but we haven't had that full discussion yet. Did I ever paint the birds from the Enchanted Tiki Room? Oh, you mean for like art? No, I thought you meant like in the Enchanted Tiki Room. And I'm like, in what world? What world would I have been able to do that? No, actually though, but that is that's a good idea. I like that. You know what? Sonia's asking, I wish I'd read the comment. I can share the comments in this, I think. So let me make a habit of doing that. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I just have to go back. I see a chat happening. Oh, John wants to know who in the chat wants to talk about Big Brother right there. I don't watch Big Brother. I know there's some drama with this season and stuff like that. My friend Kelly loves Big Brother. I just can't. I don't really watch a lot of like reality or TV or competition TV. I watch Top Chef, but I'm way behind. What am I going to be for Halloween? Oh my gosh. So I think I might be. So usually I have like a couple Halloween costumes, but I'm thinking about like Bowser maybe. Doing like a collar, like with the spikes, and then like on the arms, and then the turtle shell back, like a green onesie, the tail, make the like I want to make the costume. But then also I really like some of the Ken outfits, but I was like, everybody's gonna be Ken. I'm also not really a Ken. I'm probably more of an Alan, so it's like, all the Barbies don't have any. They don't have any body hair. I learned that recently. I was like, No, Anthony, I do not. I answered your question. Trash fancy, yeah. No, guys. It's okay if you ask something I've already talked about, like this right here. Moonlight Motel says, any thoughts on Indy 5? My bad if you discussed it before. A lot has been going on and I haven't caught any live streams in a while. That's okay. You can. I'm never offended when people are repeating. All I say is like, oh, blah blah blah, and I talked about it over here. And, and I'll tell you again. I really enjoyed Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny. I actually saw it 3 times in the theater because I saw it once, saw it again, and then my mom wanted to go see it because no one would go see a movie with her anymore. So I was like, I'll go, and so I like it. It's for me. It's not like. There's no beating like Raiders of the Lost Ark, or everyone's got their favorite, because I feel like there's Raiders people, there's Last Crusade people. God forbid if there's Crystal Skull people out there. I don't know. I think there are, but I watched The Last Crusade again for like the first time probably in my adult life, like before seeing the 5th movie. Like I'd seen it when I was a kid. That's the one I actually saw the most. So I was like, this is my favorite. But then like watching it, now I've gone through film school. And I've seen so many more different types of movies and things like that. And rewatching, I'm like, this one's not the best one. And I was like, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So, I do see it in here again and again. Somebody keeps asking if I still talk to Jenny Lynn. I do not talk to Jenny Lynn. I'm going to tell you 100% the story right now. Is that I don't talk to her anymore. I didn't think there was bad blood there, but I know there is bad blood there because I found out after she was no longer employed by the Diz that I was used as a reason for her no longer being employed at the Diz, which is very unfortunate because what she doesn't know is I actually was very much championing for her to stay at the Diz. Like, I wanted to continue to work with her, and I had a whole conversation about that, and I believe that she was told something otherwise, which isn't true, and that's okay. That's fine. And so I understand that she doesn't really care for me that much, and that is okay. I don't blame her. If I was in the same position, I'd feel the same way if I had been told what I'd been told and stuff like that. But I wish she knew that I never wanted her. I never wanted to not. There were to say that we didn't have sometimes where we were like butting heads or rubbing against each other, but I came in and was that person that started to be like, why don't we do stuff differently? And like Craig had tried to do some of that stuff, and then like it was difficult because also nobody's jobs were very defined either, and so there would be sometimes where we'd butt heads or be like whatever, and like I didn't want to be somebody's cameraman, but she had also been made to believe that she was the one sole on-air talent, and I thought we all were people for that and whatever, and that's fine. And so, but then we like got that stuff worked out and everything like that. And I liked doing stuff with her because she was very, she was very knowledgeable person. And, and I don't know, it was nice to laugh with her and stuff like that. And she was there on my first trip to Disneyland and stuff like that. So it was unfortunate that relationship ended, and the way it did. And so I don't know. It was just one of those things. Like I could have, done my part to reach out when I found out that it wasn't true, or what she had been told, and be like, "Hey, I just want to let you know this isn't the real story. I was thrown under a bus because we had somebody who basically, didn't whatever. I feel like I can't say a bunch of stuff because one, I don't know what she said, and I don't want to offend her or say anything that she didn't want to say or anything like that. So No, we don't talk anymore, unfortunately. But I have no hard feelings toward her whatsoever. So that's that. No negative feelings, anything like that. I think she probably has some toward me, and that's okay. And I do that, but I do very much wish her well, and I do think she's doing very well for herself right now. So very happy for her. So yeah. Oh my God, this chat keeps pausing. Sorry, I didn't realize it wasn't moving. Okay, I did see Rogers. I thought Rogers was a lot of fun. I think it's definitely something that you have to watch. You have to have watched Hawkeye, I think, to kind of get the tongue-in-cheek part of it, maybe. Because some people, I think, will be like, what is the deal with the other Avengers? I actually think it could... Honestly, watching it when it came out, I was like, this potentially actually could have been a full Broadway show. Like, if... Like, there's enough story that we know about them where it's like, you've got to, like... He could have put some more in there. I don't know. And I'd watch that. I'd watch that. Okay. My friend David from Australia is asking, have I ever been to Gods and Monsters? I have. Gods and Monsters originally was in the mall, the like dead mall behind my apartment over here, and then they moved out when that mall got bought, and then they've been in the spot they're in for a while now, and I actually went recently within the last 6 months or something like that. They have a cool like speakeasy in the back there, but they have a really cool setup where they've got a lot of like, if you're looking for specific type of toys or anything like that, comics, anything, it's really cool. I'm getting asked, have I watched Cobra Kai on Netflix? I have not, but it is on my list. I feel like I want to watch the Karate Kid movies because I'm not positive I've seen them since I was a child. I've seen the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank, I know that, but I'm like, I hear they're great and I definitely want to watch them. So that is on my list of shows to watch for sure. Have I ever been to Oogie Boogie Bash? I have, several times. I went last year, or several times, twice. I went the first year, then we had COVID, and then I went last year. And I'll probably go next year. I was going to go this year, but I think I've got a Christmas plan to go around Christmas time, because I've seen the Christmas stuff less than I've seen the Halloween stuff. Because even if you're not going to Oogie Boogie Bash, they still have the park all dressed up and everything like that. Danielle is asking a work-related question. Will Off the Rails come back? I think there will be something to take that place of that show, though. I think if you've seen the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party video that Craig put out on the Diz Unplugged channel, then I feel like that's a better version of Off the Rails that offers more information. But I'd love to see it be that sort of a thing. Jorge or George, I'm not sure what you go by. I told the story about the cast member. They were just very mean about the line. And basically, the thing with the candy, they were uptight about that candy at Mickey's Not So Scary. Okay, here's a big question, loaded question. I've never watched any of the Marvel movies. What is your favorite Marvel movie, and which one should I start with? I would argue you should still start with Iron Man, because that is the movie that started it all. I've had some people who watch them franchise-based, so they'll watch the 3 Iron Man movies, then like the 3 Captain America movies. I don't think it works like that, because Iron Man 3 takes place post-Avengers, and it deals with PTSD has from the Avengers. So like, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would just watch them in the order they were released, honestly. There are some better than others. What is my favorite of the movies? I'm very partial to the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. Love those movies. I love Black Panther, and Wakanda Forever is great too. And then I like the Avengers movies, honestly. I think Winter Soldier, objectively, is probably one of the best movies that Marvel has made too, which is Captain America 2. I hate Captain America 1 though. Not a fan. Oh, okay. Okay, I know. I see the question in here. Heartstopper. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I forgot it came out. So I got to do that tomorrow too. Shoot! I have so much stuff. But Heartstopper's so quick. Oh my god, that first season of Heartstopper, emotions. It was literally like, this is what it felt like being in high school. That part where they like almost touched the fingers. I was like, I could feel myself being like, I'm 16 again. It was just, I love it. Love it. Oh god, can't wait for Deadpool. Can't wait for Deadpool. Okay, I thought it was George because I thought we had this conversation already because I have a friend who also goes by George that spells it like that, but I'm always like, I don't know. Jorge. Is there any way into the MCU that doesn't require 80 hours of homework? So here's my thing. You're going to meet some people who I think are going to tell you need to read comic books or know these stories about things like that. I disagree. I think that a movie medium, MCU is different than the comics. They're inspired by some comic storylines, but they are not, they do not have to abide by that. And I hate when people get so like, in the comics it was so different. And like, I get it sometimes, but I'm also like, it's the same with a book or whatever. They're inspired. It's a different art form telling the story in a different way. So I would say like, just pick one and start. Like I think you can watch Guardians of the Galaxy 1 without having watched any other MCU movie. I think you can watch the first and second one without having watched any MCU movies. There's the third one you can't. The first 2 Iron Man movies you can watch without any other MCU movies. The first and second. I would say you could watch the first Captain America without any. You could just watch the Avengers by itself. I think it gives you enough backstory about all of that too. But I'd say just dive in. I'd say like pick something you're interested with. Some movies are more isolated than others. I have not watched High School Musical, the series. Erica has watched that. I feel like I'm going to because I've seen the other 3 High School Musicals, and I'm like, I should. I haven't seen The Defenders either on Netflix. I know that's a big thing. Like, I watched the first 2 seasons of Daredevil on Netflix, and then I just got so far behind. Like, I watched Daredevil, I watched... I didn't watch Iron Fist, I didn't watch... What the heck was the other one? There was like a bunch. Can't remember the other one. Oh, I watched the first season of Jessica Jones. I just got so far behind. It's nice to have more people in this chat too today because I feel like you're all like answering each other's questions, which is nice. And I know there's people out there that aren't in chat, and I just want to acknowledge you as well. That you're always welcome to be a bystander and whatever. And this is probably where like Mario helps, like I'm not answering questions and stuff like that. Yeah. See, so about Heartstopper is that Miss Zombie here says, Zombabe, excuse me. I devoured it. Oh my god, I need more. I love the book sitting there. I have the book sitting there because I don't want to spoil myself. This feels like this show. Show is totes butterflies in the belly this season. Ooh, okay. I gotta watch this season. Yeah, Jessica Jones of all the Marvel Netflix shows is ones that I want to get to the most. I mean, I watched season 1 and I loved it. I mean, David Tennant, hello. Who's waiting for Doctor Who? Not me, because I am still on the last season of the 13th Doctor. No, the 12th Doctor, the Old Man Doctor. So I'm not even to the Jodie Whittaker season yet. But I did start rewatching some David Tennant episodes with Donna, basically that season, because I was like, okay, I need to really like, and I was like, I can't remember anything. I remembered Pompeii, and I remembered, but I was like, I remember the Turn Left episode, but then everything in that episode, I was like, oh God, what is this a reference to? I can't remember this other episode it's referencing. So it was just, oh, I did watch season 1 of Luke Cage as well. I forgot about Luke Cage in there. I see that in the chat here, but yeah. Sorry, I feel like this is full ADHD right now, like bouncing around from one conversation to the next, but yeah. I have not watched You on Netflix. Is Jenna Ortega in that show? Because somebody brought that up recently, and I was like, I know the name like Penn Badgley or something like that. He's from there, right? But yeah, I love the David Tennant Doctor. I love the David Tennant Doctor season specifically with Donna. Like I love David Tennant as Doctor Who, but his Donna season is hands down my favorite. Nothing against Martha Jones. But I think that's my favorite. And then like I like the Matt Smith seasons because they're very cinematic. Specifically, his second season because like the River Song, Amy Pond storyline is like some of the best storytelling in there. Yeah, there's a lot of. Normally, there's only like 30 people in here, and there's like 450 right now. So much appreciated to all of you. And Sarah is saying that she is so far behind on Doctor Who, I feel like starting over the entire Tennant run. That's what I was basically thinking too. Because, like, I don't know that I'm even going to remember a lot about the. So, Tennant is the 10th, 11th, the 12th Doctor. I don't know that I'm going to know a lot about that, but I don't know. I don't know. I have seen Wednesday. I see that's a question here. Have I seen Wednesday? I liked Wednesday. I feel like I didn't. I feel like the end fell a little flat for me because I feel like two characters I liked were like, and so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like look forward to another season. But Jenna Ortega as Wednesday is that's some casting right there. And now she's playing Lydia Dietz's daughter in the new Beetlejuice movie too. So she has just become a scream queen legend immediately. Oh my God. Somebody in here right now. I worked on the second Ninja Turtles movie, Daredevil, The Punisher Season 2, and the first two seasons of Only Murders in the Building. What? I love Only Murders in the Building. And Ninja Turtles and Daredevil. I didn't see The Punisher Season 2, though. But that is so cool. So cool. Oh, George says he just finished Season 4 of Stranger Things. Huh? And he thinks it's his favorite scene. Love Vecna. I can't wait for that house at Halloween Horror Nights. I cannot wait. I am if they're not blaring Kate Bush just on a repeat in there, I am just like I'm out. But no, I just I loved like I know some people Craig will get this way sometimes, but it's like he'll be like the episodes are too long, and like the last two episodes, like yeah, one of them is 2.5 hours long. But here's the thing, I loved every second of it. I loved it, and I watched it like 3 or 4 times. Oh, God, I had a hiccup. Okay, here we go. John broke it down for us. 10 is Tennant. 11 is Smith. 12 is Capaldi. 13 is Jodie. 14, Tennant again. 15 is Cootie. And Cootie, do you say, like, do I do the N a little bit? Like, Cootie, or is it Cootie? I don't know. I'm very excited for his Doctor, though. Loved him and Barbie. And I think I'm just, like, every like promo or like the pictures they put out or anything like that, I can't wait. I can't wait for this new Doctor. Yeah, exactly. Hold on. Elizabeth says, I know the episodes of Stranger Things were long in reality, but they did not feel that way. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, I know there's a 2.5 hour episode, but I'm like, I didn't feel like I watched a 2.5 hour movie or anything like that. And then we got Miss Scaredy Cat over here says, can't wait to see all the HHN videos. I don't know what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to drag her there or something like that. Maybe we'll do it for charity or something. That's what people always used to make me do. Oh, you have to do the... What was the thing I did over the ship where it was like 16 stories up? What is it? It was the bar and you like swung on the bar. I can't remember the word for that right now, but I did that and it's like... Huh. Have I watched She-Hulk on Disney Plus? Yes, and I loved it. I know some people didn't, but the only episode I really didn't like was the last episode, and even then I was just like, it felt so rushed, and I kind of hated the little tag at the end with the Hulkling and stuff like that. I was like, this is dumb. This was her story, and like I feel like you literally just undermined the whole thing that she did. So I'm like, I'm also getting a question, have I watched From? I haven't, but I know it's got whatchamacallit from Lost on it. And it looks cool. So that's one on there. But I'm like, did I watch Secret Invasion? I have not. I kept restarting it. I've tried to watch the first episode like 4 times. And I keep doing it at night. And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, it's hard. And then I heard the way it ends is like not good. And I'm like, oh no. So now I don't know. I've got to watch it because I watch all the Marvel shows eventually. Zipline. Zipline was the word I was looking for. Thank you. I got a question here. Will you all start... yes, I said you all. Start covering non-Disney Universal theme parks of Central Florida. Do you mean like SeaWorld and Legoland? I mean, I don't see why people can't do that. We can't do it on like our personal business or stuff like that. Unless, well, SeaWorld we cover sometimes because they'll invite us every now and then. And you know, obviously we like to promote stuff like that. And so, and Erica likes to go there and stuff. But like the rest of the stuff, I don't know. I think that's kind of like on our dollar sort of a thing. Have I seen American Born Chinese on Disney Plus? No, but that is on my list because hello, it's got Michelle and Key in it. I gotta watch it. I love them both. Will I see the Marvels in theater? Yes. Oh yeah, for sure. Even though Captain Marvel wasn't my favorite, the MCU films, I think, and I feel bad saying it because I know it's like, it's just something like I don't love Brie Larson in the movies. She doesn't. It's like I'm not anti Brie Larson or anything like that. Or especially if you've ever seen the movie Room, she's phenomenal in that movie. I just feel like that movie specifically, her character is kind of the same at the end as she is at the beginning. But if she like regains all of her memories, aren't our memories the thing that make us who we are? So like, shouldn't her personality be different? I don't know. It's a weird. I'll give it another shot. I own all the movies, or I own all of them up until I have everything through Endgame. I don't think I have any of the Blu-rays or anything after that. So I have to start. Oh no, wait, I lied. I have Thor: Love and Thunder because I see that up here, and I have Eternals. I didn't really like Eternals though, but I have them all, so it's like I had to get them all. And then that's it. That's all I have from... No, I have Shang-Chi as well. I just don't know where it is. Why isn't this up here? I love Shang-Chi, though. I love that. But yeah, I see all the Marvel movies in the theater. I am not a fan of The Witcher. I see that in here. And I won't get started on that, especially now knowing that... Henry Cavill is not in Season 4. Erica's saying she's definitely for covering Busch Gardens. I've got the AP that has the SeaWorld, all parks. Well, here's the thing. I think you can only do that if you go to the Halloween stuff. And you know she won't. I do, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't want to put that in broadcast just in case nobody's seen it yet. Wait a minute. This is hilarious. On the Itchy and Scratchy CD-ROM, is there a way to get out of the dungeon without using the wizard key? I really appreciate your deep cut here. Kylie Williams, where'd I get my shirt? Where'd you get your baby? Same answer. None of your business. Just kidding. Just kidding. Kylie, did you know when I put the link in, because I always put the link of where my shirt came from in the description of my videos, I see there's a baby version of this shirt. For the baby. Also, I'm pretty sure that I might have taken her YouTube photo. I'm going to get Erica to a Halloween event. There's no question. Erica is going to go to a Halloween event, and she's going to be terrified. I got her on Haunted Mansion last night. So we're working on it. You got to, like, trick her. Just don't be like, Taylor Swift's going to be here. She'll be there. Yeah. Oh, my God. You know what was the best part about California? I got to spend time with Kylie's baby. I got to go to a baseball game with the baby. I got to go to Disney parks with the baby. I got to go to a brewery with the baby. I went everywhere with that baby. And you know what that baby did? He smiled at me and stuck his tongue out the whole time. I did not. I see. There's a question in here, Star Trek related. Did I watch the Star Trek Strange New Worlds finale? I have not watched that yet. That was my goal today, but because I was in and out of it, I was like, I need to rewatch the musical episode again. So, but yeah, I love Strange New Worlds. Big fan of that show. I worry we won't have enough of it. That's the thing. It's crazy to me that it's already over. And I just saw a thing where the producers were like, we want more episodes a season than this. And I agree. I don't think 10 is enough for this show. It's so good, and I just love that it's like, it's the very like standalone episodes, but then there's still like some stories that kind of run through it, and I don't know. The cast is so good, and I was like, God, this whole cast is so beautiful and young, and I looked up everyone's age the other day, and the like young, other than Uhura, who's like 21, everybody else on that ship is 38 or older, and I was like, what the hell are they doing with their skin regimen? Because I thought they were all like 30. We got Cody in the parking here. Okay, I do have a question because I see someone telling in here, Amber is saying, Erica, just bring earplugs. I was a major scaredy cat my first year, an anxiety pill and some earplugs. And I'm enjoying it. Okay, so I keep getting advertised these earplugs that have like the ring in it that you can pull them in and out. But there's these earplugs that are designed to help you still have conversations while you wear them. If anyone has like super intimate experience with any of that stuff, I wish I hadn't used the word intimate. Send me a message or something like that, because I'm thinking about getting a pair, not for Halloween Horror Nights necessarily, but just been in a lot of loud settings lately, and I feel like I can't separate the noise, and I know there's a pair that helps with that. The upside down Taylor Swift. Listen, okay, we actually do have to talk about Taylor Swift here real quick. So the ironic thing is, of all my friends who like Taylor Swift, and I like Taylor Swift, but I'm not like, I wasn't like crazy, but I do want to go see the concert, the tour. Erica told me to do like a pre-register code thing that then that way I'd be able to like go in and buy tickets ahead of time. And I was the only one who got this code to go in and do it, but also the bots got in. And so like literally every seat I picked, it just kept going like to like a bot or whatever. Someone else has always snagged these tickets. So it was impossible. So if anyone out there ends up like, I was in my hotel room, like on the computer for an hour. And if anyone ends up having like 2 extra tickets, let me know. Because my friend CJ, he like got one ticket for Austin, and he was like, he paid cost. And it was and he went by himself because it was just the one ticket. But I'm like, I really want to go, and I was like, I'll go to any of the shows. I'll go to Toronto, to Louisiana, to the Miami ones. I'm like, I want to go. But I cannot believe I was in there able to select tickets and I couldn't get through to the checkout. I hate it. Ridiculous. I know. I said I was only going to be on for 45 minutes, and now it's been an hour and a half. I just like chatting with all of you. You make me feel better. Okay. So, wait, I saw a question. Okay, going back to Star Trek again. Is Picard? Why do you say it like a chicken? Is Picard as good as it's billing? So, Picard, I liked the whole show of Picard. I felt like season 1 and season 2. I think season 1 more than season 2. Season 2 was like 2 halves, so it's like 2 stories. I feel like, but I ultimately like them both. Season 3 is you have to think of season 3 like a different show. It's not the same because it's completely different cast basically, except for Picard. And like one other person, Raffi, but the season 3 season of that is probably like, I'm gonna rewatch it again because I'm just trying to get anybody to rewatch it. Like, it's one of the best, not the best Star Trek, like one of the best like TV seasons of a show. I've enjoyed watching every episode hit, like every single episode, and I did not guess anything from the end too, and I'm usually pretty good about that. So, highly recommend that. But I really want to see the Eras Tour, the Taylor Swift thing. I've heard, so I've got Charlene in here saying that I live in Canada and I don't know anyone who got a code for the concert. Yeah, I've heard that about the 6 shows in Toronto that like no one got tickets for those. That's insane. DD, I see your question in here. I don't really want to put it in the chat, in the video, but no, not to my knowledge. Me personally have not heard from this person, and I don't believe anybody else has either, or that I know of, that I work with. But again, remember, I only work in a very small group. Okay, I'm gonna end this soon because I do have to walk my dogs again. Oh my god, my friend just sent me a picture of her husband. They're like in the family cabin, and her husband has a headlamp on right now doing a puzzle, and I'm like, how quickly we become these people. Great question in here. Linda's saying, well, now I have like 1,000 new followers. Welcome everybody. Welcome all you in here. Will I be doing any more cooking shows with Brandon? Have lots of recipes for you guys to try. I have literally been saving, bookmarking Instagram recipes to do. I'm using that the waffle maker, the Dash waffle maker from Target, and I am committed to doing more of this stuff. But I've got some good recipes. I did the Stanley Tucci grilled cheese. If you have not had this thing, it will change your life. So I definitely need to do a video about how to make that because it's just so good. So get a loaf of sourdough and get ready. I'll text Brandon in the morning and ask if he's got time, maybe in the next week, and we could do a video. That would be a lot of fun. I know he likes doing those videos too. Brandon would be a great, like, I don't want to say personal assistant. I was going to say producer, but I don't mean producer. But he would be like the great person to work. He's that type of person that, like, if ever I do get around to ever shooting like a short film, I'd be like, could you work on this with me? Because he would be like a great talent manager. He knows what to have, where to have it, how much to get. He'll go and get the thing you need without even you saying anything. You just you'll like turn around and it'll be right there. He's so good. That is a talent in itself. And I'm not saying he caters to my emotional needs like that, but we're very similar in our anxiety and stuff like that. So I'm always amazed at how like great he can be at that. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 7 more minutes. I'm going to stay on until 11:30. We'll end it at 11:30, okay? I get a question about HHM food. What am I looking forward to? I don't know yet. I looked at some of this stuff, but I was like, I think I'm going to try and wait until it gets a little bit closer. Because it's like, I'm just going to drive myself crazy. Because we still have like 3 weeks from today? 19, yeah, 3 weeks from today. I can't wait. Can't wait though. Oh, Cody, you know I'm going to eat all that food. Michael's asking if I watched the Stanley Tucci videos going around Italy. I haven't watched that, but I do follow Stanley Tucci on Instagram, and one of my favorite things he does is when he makes the cocktails and he has his wife film. He's like, are we recording? I don't know. It's just so funny to me. Oh my God, George, that's a deep cut. I remember back in the day when you made the video where you made the nachos with the kielbasa. You've done a disc pop video. I don't think I'll ever do those videos again, to be honest with you. They're a lot of work. And it's like, I don't have the setup, the space, or the production. If I ever got into a space where it could be like that, I would definitely incorporate something like that onto this channel, like an arts and crafts project or something like that. Because for me, I'm still that kid in the community access station, like switching the cameras and being like, I need an overhead shot of this. We need a close up of the mayonnaise being spread on the bread. We need, like, this stuff. And like, it's hard to be like, friends, do you want to do something fun while I yell at you because I can't get it worked out? I don't yell at people like that. I'm always like a very like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm a lot, when we're like filming something, I'm trying to get something done, I feel like I'm actually a lot nicer than like on a regular day. because I'm always like so thankful and appreciative of people even giving me the second to be able to like deal and like make with something. Somebody gave me a thumbs down on this video. I just thought, that's fine. I know who you are. I'm sure there'll be a lot more on there. It's fine. People come on the internet to hate people. Oh, girl. Erica's saying you have to get the PB&J wings from Food and Wine. 1000% agree with that. That is like my number 1, 2, and 3 item right there. Boom, PB&J wings. Mummy. Yeah, okay, so Sonia's saying, this is in regards, again, to the work stuff. I volunteer myself to join you all for dining reviews as a true vegan. Regardless, I hope you all incorporate more vegan options as restaurant reviews. Honestly, we really try to do, because of Erica's like dietary restrictions. It is a lot easier for her a lot of the times to go with the plant-based option. And if she doesn't do the plant-based option, I usually do the plant-based option. So we try. I think like Walt Disney World, I think like Central Florida in general has some really interesting plant-based options to offer. So I like to showcase those. And also it's like a mental thing for me. Like I just like, they make me feel a little bit better, you know? Oh guys, the thumbs up are nice. I don't know how all the algorithm stuffs work. So I don't, probably should because of my job, but, will there be another trip to Mickey's Not So Scary this year? There will not be a work trip to Mickey's Not So Scary this year, but I do have a ticket to another Mickey's Not So Scary this year. End of September. Just stay tuned. Yeah. I'm sorry, PB&J wings. Yeah, you got that right. Not even, less J, more PB. It's just literally like soaked. Like somebody took wings, dipped them in peanut butter, and then they ate them. That's at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, if you're not familiar, at Walt Disney World right now. In the Odyssey, they have them. They're very, very good. And if you want to watch that video, you can go back over to to my work, to the Diz Unplugged, to the Diz. Coming down in September 13th to the 22nd. I'm going to look at my calendar right now. Hold on. Hey, there's a Baseline Fridays on there. That's September 15th. Okay, I'm getting it. Okay, first of all, Samuel? Rhino, which party is better? Not So Scary Halloween party or the Very Merry Christmas party? I'm coming for Thanksgiving, and I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, so for me personally, I find more value in Not So Scary because, one, you get a parade that never gets shown to the general public. And because the Very Merry Christmas party, that's the regular parade, the 2 weeks of Christmas. And then also, like, there's only so many. I mean, I do get a backpack full of cookies, and I guess there's only so much candy you can eat. But it's like, I felt like post-COVID, the Christmas party hasn't really recouped in the variety of snacks. It used to have like eggnog, hot chocolate, apple cider, and then there was like pretzels, other things. Like, I feel like they need more diversity in their snacks. Also, the Christmas party is more expensive than the Halloween party, and I don't know. I'm a Halloween gal myself, so I always say Halloween. Sorry, I missed a bunch of comments because I scrolled down again. Don't keep asking me Disney and Universal questions. I know you want to, but we'll do this on a work thing. I mean, you guys can always ask me questions. I don't care. I'm just saying. I don't want to make it like the centerpiece of this because, again, I don't want to draw attention away from where it's supposed to go for that related stuff. But movies, TV, music, whatever, I'm all for it. Sending love, buddy. Glad we didn't lose you over this. No. Ray, you're too kind. Patricia, you're so nice. So for those of you who don't know, I always refer to this thing as Baseline Fridays, and that's the thing where like I go to Hollywood Studios on a Friday, like Baseline Tap House, and it's usually like mid to later afternoon, and I'll sit there for like 2 hours and try and just like enjoy a beverage, and so I always say like on a Friday if you're at Hollywood Studios, that's the place you find me, and just because I like to have like a cool down the end of the work week or something like that. I don't know, just something fun. What? Ooh, this is a good question. Mike Valdez is saying, what's your favorite childhood snacks? Oh, God. What is my favorite childhood? Okay, so this is crazy, but I used to come home from school and make an omelet every day. When it killed me. I choked on the omelet. When I was finally allowed to, like, use the stove and I learned how to do it, I basically made an omelet every day after school to the point where I thought I was going to vomit if I ever had another omelet again. I've since recovered from that. Omelets was a big one. When we learned how to make bacon in the microwave, God, amazing. I haven't had a heart attack yet. I'm trying to think. I didn't really have like a go-to microwave nachos. That was something that was always very, very present in my house. Microwave nachos. There was always a popcorn thing. Here's the thing. Some stuff carried through where I feel like nowadays people would be like, it's weird the things that you associate with like luxury. Like for me, Cape Cod potato chips are luxury because I always wanted them, but we never got them. And I feel like when I have those now, I'm like, luxury. Weird stuff like that. I used to hate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when I was a kid. I still actually like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but I love the flavor of peanut butter and jelly. Does that make sense? I know it doesn't, but that's a really good question. I used to love Ecto Cooler. I am of that generation where I still was able to get it. And then I remember like always having the barrels. Do you remember the juice that was like in the barrel? It was like a little barrel, and then you could poke like you'd have to poke your finger through or pull the top off on the thing. Have one of those. Saltines and peanut butter. God, I really didn't. What the hell was I eating when I was a kid? I didn't have like I don't think I had a go-to where I was like, Grandma, can you make that? Or Mom, can you make that? My mother worked. My mother worked during the week. My mother. I didn't see my mom. I saw my mom when I woke up in the morning. But I got on a school bus at like 7 a.m., 6:45, and so I didn't see my mom until like 7:30 or 8 o'clock during the week. So I was definitely getting off the bus at my grandparents' house. Nutter butters. My grandfather always had Nutter butters at the house, and that was like the special thing. He would like give me the Nutter butter, the thing, and that is a thing I will forever and always associate. I even asked her when I was just at their house. I was like, Grandma, does Grandpa have Nutter butter set anywhere? She was like, he can't eat that anymore. And I'm like, I asked you, does he have them though? Mike, did you send me the email? I read an email today, and I know another person with the name Mike Valdez, and I thought it was them, and now I'm looking at your picture, and I'm like, you're not them. I would 100% be into this. Listen, here's the thing. Snacks, cereal, pop culture, those are a sweet spot right there. I accept that invitation. Okay, I am going to... Oh, man, I wish I had Nutter Butters now. Because you know what you do? Okay, so here's the big question for the chat before we go. The Nutter Butters, because they come in the two like squares. Like, were you one of the people who just like ate square? Or did you you separate it and then you do the one, and you scrape the peanut butter with your teeth, and then you eat the wafer, and then you like scrape, and then you eat the wafer? Like, that's how I did it. So it was like I really took my time with it. It's like I also scratch, if I ever get a scratch ticket, because there's like a thing in my family. What I do is I scratch off just where the numbers are first. Or I think I do like, sometimes I'll do prizes, then winning numbers, then go through the numbers. Or sometimes I'll do numbers, then are they the winning number? Like I take a $1 scratch ticket will last me like 10 minutes. But yeah. Oh my God. Somebody just brought up Elio's Pizza in this chat. I'm sorry, but I hated Elio's Pizza. I think it's because I had it at my father's house, and I felt like, I was like, could they add cheese to this or no? So I had a very, also in my school growing up, we had like every other week, I forget, it was like third grade they started doing, we started getting Papa Gino's pizza like once a month or something. And that was like, Papa Gino's is luxury. So, or I thought so when I was a kid. But yeah, so I've never liked square pizza. That's what we had the other weeks. Not for me. Not for me. Not for me, bro. Okay, I am going to go, I think. I'm just looking in here. God, guys. Okay, I got to add it to the list. I got to get the fan from Target. Nutter Butters now. The Nutter Butter. No, wait. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hold on. Hold on. Before we go anywhere, I got to make sure I said the right thing. I didn't. Nutty Buddy, not Nutter Butter. Nutter Butters are the cookies. I'm talking about Little Debbie's. Not that I don't like the cookies. I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm gonna pull the assets. Target doesn't let me pull them. Sorry. Hold on. Just good Lord. Just give me the picture. Give me an image. Nutty Buddy. There was like a Little Debbie store down the street from my grandparents' house. Oh my God, just give me the picture. Give me the picture. This guy's right here. Nutty Buddies. Little Debs. Little Debbie, I don't know her. I don't know why I thought it was okay to give her a nickname she didn't ask for. These were what I was talking about. My grandfather always had a box of these. But speaking of Lapper luxury items too, I always feel like zebra cakes are like, if I ever make money someday, I am going to, like, things I'll have stocked in my house. Glass bottles of Coca-Cola, because I think it's so cool when somebody can do like a like thing. I think that, so glass bottles of Coca-Cola, Topo Chico probably, and then I want to have Nutter Butters always, and then Little Debbie zebra cakes. And I'm going to have random weird stuff. Frito-Lays. Not Frito-Lays. Fritos. Like, scoops, though. Scoops. Got to have the scoop. Yeah. I am RDM Rocket. I walked RDM Rocket at, like, right before I started. At 8:30. So, House of Kragan has it correct in here. They said Christmas tree cakes. 1,000%. That's like... Here's my thing. A Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, delicious. How do you improve on it? 1, you do white chocolate. Even better. 2, you make it a ghost. Boom. My friend says she refuses to eat the ghost, and I said, that's why we're friends. You can have the stupid bats. I want the ghosts. Oh, I'm going to get that Little Debbie ice cream. I'll try and be better about adding the comments to chat since somebody brought that up. I'm sorry about that. I think that's easier. I'm used to only like 30 of you in here, maybe. There's literally 100% more than that. So I just want to say thank you again, everybody, for all the support that you've given me over this little bit of time. And I hope that I can just like live up to your standards and things like that. And, you know, and again, if you are ever interested over here, I have this coffee site. This is where I'm going to post some artwork. Like I said, I've been working on it. And now since I'm feeling a little emotionally better, you know, the Christmas party was a lot of fun. That's where you're going to start finding some pieces of art. I'm going to pop some of those on there. So you can follow me on there. That's also a great place for some of you people who are kind enough to be buying me drinks and things like that. That's where you want to go over there. But yeah, more art. I've got it all here. It's art you've all seen before. I don't know. Some of you are new to this chat. So like, hold on. I got this guy's going to be there soon. I'm going to work on this. I think tomorrow I'm going to Michael's to get some more art supplies. I got a Scar who's coming along. We got a Scrooge McDuck coming along. And just because everyone knows how much I don't like Daisy, I did a Daisy again because somebody asked me to. And then obviously I've got the Robin Hood over here that I'm working on. And then I've got there's Kid Cloud Kicker. It's his hoverboard. Everybody's always like, what's that bear holding? Get gross. Yeah, I've actually got a Roger from American Dad. I was like, I wasn't gonna finish it, but now I'm like, I might. I don't know. But yeah. So, and then in addition to that, I do also have that Patreon right there. Boop, 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 boop. I actually had I think I had one to go on a lot. Right here. So that's where we do the contests where we'll do stuff like, hold on, this should be all the way at the top. Excuse me. Where we do, these are our August contests again, which I haven't posted what you have to answer yet for these. So, Loungefly, the Halloween Hornet sign, the Beetlejuice thing, and I don't know. Maybe something else. I might throw a fourth thing in this month. I don't know. Because you know what? I was overwhelmed by how nice everybody was and how like supportive and everything like that. So, and then I want to do stuff like when we get to the holidays, I want to do like baskets. I don't know why I'm like really into like a gift basket, this idea. So I do have a question in here about the paintings again. Do I ever do special requests for characters? You are always welcome to send me ideas or anything like that. I don't like to do like a specific commission because then it puts me on a time frame and stuff like that. But I like to roll around. I like to think about it a little bit. So please, always just feel welcome to send me a message about that wherever you are and be like, hey, Ursula, hey, whatever. Have you ever thought about doing this? Have you ever done something like that? I'm always love that. I love that feedback. I love to know what people want because you know what? It's like for me, it calms me and it like gives me something to do that isn't work. So I do just keeping everybody in tune with that and the Patreon and everything like that. And then for our July contest winners, I'll have your stuff out in a little bit too. So I appreciate all of you in here for hanging out with me on this Saturday night. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, not 2 hours though. We are hitting 2 hours right now. I'm thinking maybe like a little video games either tomorrow night or maybe like Monday night. It might be Monday night because I do have to catch up on TV and I do have to work on some of these paintings. But I am going to Michael's and I'm going to Target. I'm getting my fan, like I said. I already forgot what else I said. The Nutter Butters and oh, Constance. I see I've got a request for Eeyore in here from Constance. I did like a Winnie the Pooh and a Tigger, and I did one of every one of the 100 Acre Woods for my sister when she had like her first kid. And that bad word didn't even hang them up. I don't even know if she still has them. I worked so hard on that. I am going to bring back the games, John. So the next time I do a live stream, we will play a video game. Also, I was thinking about something where I was like, maybe moving the camera around and doing a Big Brother style video, because this is a wireless mic plugged into my computer, so I don't need to be like right up on here, but I was like, if I could figure out a way to put a camera somewhere over here where I could go sit and be like cleaning and you could all be helping me with that, I would very much appreciate that. I need to help people because I'm thinking about like a donate, a contest, and then like an eBay, and then like a whatever. I need help being like, you don't need it. You don't need it. So, yeah. Would I ever, oh, here's one. Glenn's asking, would I ever do a Star Trek Lower Decks piece? I will let you know right now. That may be why I'm going to Michael's tomorrow, is to potentially get something to do, something Star Trek related. So, yeah. I'm getting a question about Wally and Eve. I did do a Wally and Eve like holding hands with like hearts like years and years and years ago. So, there is a Wally. Sometimes I'll get an idea where I'll be like, I want to paint it. It's more like sometimes it's I'll be like, okay, I want to do like a 50, like a giant painting. And I want to do a Wally one where it's like Wally, where he's like in space, but he's like got so it's like, it'll be like a little Wally like this big, but on the canvas will be like this big. But it'll have him with like the line of like the fire extinguisher. And I want to do one that's like a really tall one. Like I'm talking like 4 feet tall. That's like the mountain with the waves crashing up that has like Sorcerer Mickey on the top of that. So I'm going to do, these are just ideas I have rolling around. Whether they ever come to fruition or not, that's the thing. I have like no space at all here. We'll have to do like, maybe you'll have to help me purge and create new space or things like that. But then also Brandon's very kind to let me use his house. But he lives like an hour and a half away from me, so it's like a little bit of a drive. But we like to do art projects together. But yeah. Okay. Ooh, the Little Debbie Red Velvet Christmas cakes. We're getting real fancy up in here now. Oh, Craig needs to step up his game. Craig has to deal with me more than enough during the week. You don't need to come by here. So, all right, gang. I appreciate all of you so much. I appreciate all of you who were in that super chat. That was so kind, so generous of you. Thank you so much for all that continued support. Thank you, everybody who has donated on the coffee, just like buying drinks for me and Craig, or whatever. I did tell Craig, because there was somebody who sent money for me and Craig, and I was like, Craig, I owe you some drinks because somebody said you has your name on one of these donations and stuff, and the Patreon, all of you people out there, I really appreciate it. So yeah, so you are all wonderful. You're great. I'm gonna go walk the dogs a little bit, and then I think I'm probably gonna stay up till 3 a.m. like I did last night again, because I want to watch Star Trek, and no one's gonna stop me. So I'll see you guys all later. I will post sooner than later about when I'm doing this again. Let's see if I can get my outro to work again too. Okay, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1.